Hello, this is Kathleen from the World Economic Federation. Today we will be discussing both the proof of work system and the democratic governance. As I've mentioned before in other videos, the climate solution is such a large-scale project that we are looking to hand the implementation of certain aspects of the governance to participating union partners. The advantage of this is that they already have many of the trades we would need to succeed in the green changeover. Since a major aspect of the Federation is paying people living wages with benefits and paid time off, unions seem like the perfect organizations to hold us to that, as long as they are willing to make certain accommodations specific to the mission of the Federation. In exchange, union members would get to vote among themselves on their managers and on their worker representatives to the executive committee. In exchange for that service, the unions would have a trust in which sponsorships, purchased with 5% of all second credit revenue globally, is placed. Those sponsorships, in time, would allow employees to unionize without having to pay dues. All of the upsides of a union, none of the downsides of a union. If there is not a job available, a potential applicant would sign up for the union auxiliary, which costs them nothing, but does allow them to participate in the elections for their region's auditor when they happen. They will also get access to the subsidized Federation healthcare system once available, the UBI program Priority on Equal Standing with full union members, and other benefits of Federation membership, all as a service to our union partners. The upside of this would be more competition in the labor market. Employers would need to offer competitive wages and benefits for the work they need done. If you value competition in the free market driving economic improvements, you should be really happy with this outcome. Indeed, I am sure the fossil fuel capitalists will be thrilled at all of this competition going on. Workers get better compensation, and employers get the competition that they say is so crucial to their being able to do their jobs. No taxes, better pay and benefits, more competition for those committed to fossil fuel economics, cooperation for the Federation. What's not to love for everyone? Free market, baby. We don't aim to unionize the working class. The unions have it covered. Just like proper capitalists, we wish to incorporate the working class through a cooperative framework. We want to establish an enduring relationship between union members and everyone who wants to make a difference in the fight against climate change. Look on the bright side, fossil fuel friends. If the working class is as lazy and entitled as you say, you have nothing to worry about. If we are right, and the 99% are fundamentally decent people who want to do good work, they are going to choose a world where they can work together, where they have a voice, living wages, benefits, and a family they get to see. Oh yeah, and we literally pay them to stop doing business with you through the UBI and offer to help eliminate taxes. Last I heard, the fossil fuel industry had tens of billions in government subsidies and took tens of billions more in profits, and we, in contrast, are offering to pay the government's debts through our system and help facilitate the end of taxation. Are you going to pay those handouts back with all those profits? The Federation provides an automatic repayment mechanism for any of our debts. The working class only wants a hand up, not a hand out. I think that's more the game of fossil fuel capitalism. Look, fossil fuel friends, if the free market decides your product is better, John can just go back into retirement, no harm, no foul. But if the free market goes our way, it means that it's time to recognize what it means to have a free market where the choices are not all bad. As mentioned before, I was a college professor, so while education will eventually get its own video, I'll just mention here that of course we would like to get the teachers' unions on board as quickly as possible, as well as other non-trade groups like postal workers and delivery services, since they are key to the functioning of business and will be part of the business subsidy program. And all these unions will continue to do what unions do. The difference is that now we can enhance that work, focusing on living wage standards and benefits that help our members not just with basic needs, but with the means to live more meaningful lives and spend time with loved ones while also getting to work. If unions do not want to become Federation contractors and partners, that is their decision, and we can set up our own voting groups through which our employees and auxiliary can organize themselves for the same offer. I just have to wonder why they would say no to a plan that aims to subsidize or even cover union dues and helps the unions expand their services to their members through our subsidized products. This means small employers know that their employees have their insurance with the benefit of scale provided by the Federation, while they also get to benefit from the subsidies until the health care is fully covered, and it costs the employees themselves nothing. Do the railroads pay your union dues, or do they come out of your paycheck, only for the railroad companies to run to their politicians to shut you up and put you back to work in unsafe conditions and put families in danger for profit? We are willing to put our money where our mouths are and pay to subsidize your business with being able to purchase, at scale, benefits for your employees and a growing list of programs. Once these systems are mature enough, it is hardly unreasonable for us simply to ask that you pay a living wage to our Federation members. Our members looked out for you in creating this system. You look out for them, or you will be competing with someone who does. Federation partner businesses get to proudly display their status as a partner who pays a living wage. That way, if anyone participating in the Federation system does not want to do business with someone who does not support climate action and endorses OPEC's authoritarian tendencies, we can all sit back, comfortable in the knowledge that the free market can finally decide. We can keep on walking to the next shop who offers the same products and probably a lower price and better customer experience, since they get to benefit from the subsidy program and have happier workers providing better customer service anyhow. If your employees have the power to put OPEC and Vladimir Putin himself in an international game of economic prisoner's dilemma against green energy and an end of taxation, imagine what they are capable of doing to a railroad company that intentionally endangered their towns, families, and co-workers by campaigning for increased deregulation in pursuit of profits, knowing that our leaders won't really penalize them more than the company's profits can easily absorb, since those railroads are key infrastructure. What happens when every small town on your routes knows that you are in their crosshairs, and the Federation could partner with the unions to operate railroads safely with sound regulations back in place, giving voice to those unions who tried to warn those very same towns of the potential for disaster? Fossil fuel friends, if you keep endangering the American people, you may not be happy with what you get if this system works. Do you have any idea the sheer glee my husband, who had an HO train set growing up, would have at knowing that the Federation operates a rail system? If you cannot run a key piece of infrastructure safely and profitably, I am sure the unions can figure it out. I get the sense they do most of the work anyhow, given that they knew and said how dangerous what you were asking for was, while you lobbied for less regulation to increase profits. President Biden, would you like to give the Federation a window at the Federal Reserve with which to purchase the rail systems so they can be run safely without us needing to worry about the rail system's profitability, since it would be a proof-of-work loss leader? The unions themselves may be more interested in running these organizations more safely and equitably than current management. In the meantime, Mr. President, we will continue sitting here doing Washington, D.C.'s job, showing the people how to make capitalism pay. Just as OPEC market capitalists and presidents keep promising, but never deliver. Based on the events of January 6th and how your party still barely eked out a holding position in the midterms, you might want to redeem that IOU before the next election cycle. We intend to deliver what the leaders of this nation won't, but instead of a government UBI, this will hopefully be a union-based wage for participating in the union and union auxiliary democratic programs. If you were interested in the wonky details of how this union system would integrate into the Federation and spread throughout the workforce, stay tuned for the recipe on how to make the sausage. We know this is complicated, and yes, we have plans. If you aren't that interested in the details, well, stop here and know that you can check them if you want. If you enjoy the details, and even better, want to share your ideas, please help us make the sausage. In the meantime, let's keep working on making capitalism pay like it promised.